Fox News analyst wants you to believe Joe Biden is our, quote, third black president. Conservative angle. We all know that black voters ain't black if they're considering Trump. Well, in case you didn't know, Obama was actually our second black president. And Bill Clinton was the first black president. Which makes Joe Biden our third black president. You know, the same black president who said that the workers without high school diplomas in the U.S. are African American and Hispanic workers. As part of a 16-week, $25 million advertising campaign, Biden's campaign launched radio ads last week on Black and Hispanic-owned radio stations in an effort to court Black and Hispanic voters. This features the message, "Joe and Kamala are getting it done for us, and that's the facts." He probably thought he needed to tell them the facts, since he thinks they don't have high school diplomas. In the ads, the campaign touts what the Biden administration says it has accomplished for Black and Latino families, which is basically hiring a bunch of affirmative action candidates for things they are not qualified for, such as Ketanji Brown Jackson. It also claimed that his policies have made a real difference for Black America. Yes, I definitely agree his policies have made a difference for black families as he puts greater pressure on their monthly incomes. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than as inflation soars, black Americans bear the brunt of rising grocery, gas, and housing prices. If defining one's skin color is designed by how your policies affect certain demographics, then Trump would have been the blackest president ever. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than, my admin has done more for the black community than any president since Abraham Lincoln. Passed opportunity zones with it. Senator Tim Scott guaranteed funding for HBCUs, school choice, passed criminal justice reform, lowest black unemployment, poverty, and crime rates in history, Trump said in an X post in 2020, before the scamdemic ruined everything. Black Americans were seeing real benefits from lower taxes and lower regulation. The unemployment rate for black Americans reached a record low of 5.2% and the black labor force participation reached 63.2%, the highest since the 2008 recession. Those policies do far more for black American families than the first black woman to serve as a U.S. Supreme Court justice. Under Trump, the poverty rate for black Americans also reached record lows, while a total of 1 million lifted themselves out of poverty between 2016 and 2019. Black homeownership also skyrocketed under Trump to 47%, another rate not reached since 2008. Real median household income for black families rose over $4,000 after falling over the previous 14 years. You know, the years of the alleged first two black presidents. Black median weekly earnings grew just 1.8% on average under the Obama administration, which was less than the 2.1% growth for white earnings. Under Trump's economy before the scamdemic, black median weekly earnings grew 4.1% on average, which was higher than the 3.4% earning growth for whites. This was all planned through policies such as the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of 2017, which created nearly 9,000 opportunity zones in which capital gains on long-term investments are taxed at zero. We can talk all day about Trump's policies that make him the blackest president since Lincoln. But Democrats tout that Biden has achieved the lowest black unemployment rate on record. But what they do not tell you is the fact that that record was previously held by Trump, and it is Biden essentially taking credit for Trump's policies that did this. Last week he cut $9 billion more in student loan debt. He has fought to cut student loan burdens which disproportionately weigh on low-income students and a large share of black students, Williams wrote. Time equals 400 ms. Greater than because poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Got it? In 1994, Biden stood proudly behind first black President Clinton as he signed into law a bill that touched nearly every aspect of the criminal justice system, which progressives argue paved the way to the mass incarceration of black Americans. Would 2 out of 3 of the blackest presidents in American history lock up black Americans by the masses?